Kana Habnapi relatives, Membiwa, Tahushka Opemiha. Welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna give people some time to get in here. I'm not sure who got the notification and who didn't, so we're gonna give it a minute or two. Let me just take a look here. Welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna give some time to get in here. I'm not sure who got the notification, so we're gonna give it a minute or two. All right, so we're gonna give it a few minutes to make sure everybody gets a chance to get in here to the chat. Kind of change up the format a little bit, going off of Zoom now. So again, I'm gonna give everybody the opportunity to get in here. Hopefully the notification went out for everyone to see. So give it a few seconds. So just waiting for some people to get in here. And I'll just see that the notification went out. Again, I'm gonna give everybody a chance to get in here. So just let me know once you get into the chat. We'll go ahead and get started. So again, we're gonna wait a few minutes for people to get in. Let's see here. So again, I hope everyone's doing well. Okay, I see we're starting to get some people coming in. So let me go ahead and say what's up to people as they file in. All right, Radames Prince, Shalom, brother, good to see you. Laney, peace, sis, good to see you as always. Kudameo, kind of hobnobbing, my brother. Thanks for coming in. Like I said, Mr. Lamar, peace, good to see you, bro. Thanks for coming in as well. Again, like I said, I changed up the what I'm using. I was using the StreamYard, and you know, last week it gave me some fits. So what I did was I just went ahead and went with back on the Zoom because it, you know, works out a little bit better for me. Mike Easton, peace. Good to see you, bro. OCO. And Radames Prince, much appreciated on the donation, brother. I appreciate all you do and what you give, man. Definitely appreciate it. So this time around, we're going to have, it's just going to be me again. Tomorrow, me and Legacy will probably be on together. So you guys tune in tomorrow as well. Sean P, the Aborigine, peace, bro. Appreciate you being here. So I don't know if everybody got a chance to catch it. Yesterday or last night, did a little premiere. I had somebody ask me if I could do the free Negro heads of families, the Carter G. Woodson book that we've been doing. And I went ahead and did a little premiere yesterday. I hit the states of Illinois and Indiana. So if you missed it, definitely go back and check it out. Today I'm gonna try to hit, while we're on here, Kentucky and Ohio. And then we'll probably go over some, do a family history. So again, let me say what's up to people in the chat. Nazarite Val, appreciate you being here. Scotty Saturn, peace, appreciate you being here as well. So again, doing the Zoom thing now, Wanagi, kind of hot nappy brother. Again, doing the Zoom platform. So still working the bugs out on it, but y'all know I'll get it up and running like it should be. So I didn't get the chance to have like an earlier notification up. So you know, again, we're gonna work on it. So appreciate every single one of y'all for being here as usual. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna get the screen share up real quick. And as always, I hope everyone is being safe out there. Earlier notification up. Prep game up. So speaking of that, you know, again, we're gonna work on it. Working on a prep and survival channel. Appreciate every single one of y'all for being here as definitely usual. Be on the lookout for that. So that way, give me 1 second here. I'm gonna get the screen share up real quick. Have that available. And as always, I hope everyone is here being safe out there. 1 second, y'all. Earlier notification up. Prep game up. So if you haven't speaking of that, to the channel already, again, we're going to work on it. Working on a Nation and survival channel. Appreciate every single one of y'all for being here as usual. Be on the lookout for that. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna get the screen share up real quick. That available. And as always, I hope everyone is here to one another. Being safe out there. 1 second, earlier notification up, game up. So if you haven't, speaking of that, you know, already, again, we're going to work on it. Working on a and survival channel. Appreciate every single one of y'all for being here as usual. Be on the lookout for that. Give me 1 second here to get the screen share up real quick. That available. Let me know. And as always, I hope everyone is here now to one another. Being safe out there. 1 second. Earlier notification of game up. So if you haven't, speaking of that, you know, already, we're going to work on it. Working on a and survival channel. Appreciate every single one of y'all for being here as usual. Be on the lookout for that. Give me 1 second here to get the screen share up real quick. That available. Gretchen, let me know. And as always, I hope everyone is here now to one another. Being safe out there. 1 second. Earlier. That might have been doing it. Can y'all still hear me? I don't want to hear that. So if you have speaking of that, you know, already, we're going to work on feedback. And survival channel. Appreciate every single one of y'all for being here as usual. Be on the lookout for that. Here. 1 second. Get the screen share up real quick. Gretchen, let me know. And as always, I hope everyone is here now to one another. Being safe out there. 1 second. Earlier. That might have been doing it. Can y'all still hear me? I don't want to hear that. So if you have that might have been happening because I had the YouTube video up. So another second here. Appreciate every single one quick. All right, y'all. Let's see here. Can y'all is the feedback still happening? Let me put the volume on, see if I can hear it still. I don't know why that's echoing. All right, y'all. Now how we sounding? I figured it out. My bad, y'all. Oh man, technology, I'm telling you. All right. My apologies for that, everybody. The the video was playing on another browser too, so my bad. All right. Let me get the screen share back up. All right, y'all. So I know y'all out there cracking up at me. My bad. My bad. My bad. All right. So let me get the I'm gonna blow this up for everybody to see. Damn technology. I'm telling you. Anyway. Um okay. So like I said, we're gonna hit the Free Negro Heads of Family, Carter G. Woodson. So I wanted to do Ohio and Kentucky today. So let's go ahead and get into it. If anybody that's listening in is from Ohio or Kentucky, put a 1 in the chat. Like I said, I did get some requests for this one, so let me know. All right, so let's get into it. So first we got Adams County, and we're going to be hitting West Union, Tiffin Township. So again, if anybody new comes in the chat and wants to know what state we're in, we're doing Ohio. So let's go ahead and knock it out. So the first person that shows up in this county is going to be Benjamin Dine. Hopefully y'all can see the screen okay. Next is Fanny Cook. Next we have Thomas Surplus. Now again, a lot of these names will pull up, or you guys are going to see them and hear them as we do the family histories that we normally do. So you may even see some of your family members or your ancestors' names come up. So next, we're going to Monroe Township, and our first person in that township is going to be Joseph Logan. Let's see, our next person we're going to do is Jefferson Township, Ohio, Isaac Smith. All right, next we're going at Jacksonville, Meigs Township, Ohio. Only person in that county is Adam Davis. Again, this is the 1830 census. We're going to Liberty Township. We got Henry Caldwell. Next, we're going to Sprigg Township. We got Charles Hammond, James Hinton, Lewis Williamson, James Toby, Mary Williamson, and John Gingerfield. All right. What's good, Legacy? Good to see you, brother. And Pamela, eyes wide and clear. Peace, sis. Good to see you as well. All right. Next, we're going to Ashtabula County. Looks like Salem, Ohio. We got Reuben Jefferson. Same county. In Pierpont, we got C. Heaton. All right. Next, we're going to Athens County in Athens, Ohio. First person is John Flowers. All right. And any ancestors that are in my, any ancestors that show up that are part of my tree, I'll point them out for y'all. All right, relatives, we're going to Warren Township. We got Charles Wells, John Harper, Levy Baylor, Felix Walker, Mason McCartan, Parrish Parker, Simon Briggs, Robert Peters, James Simmons. And also, y'all, tomorrow when Legacy comes on, we're gonna break down some things about a family history that we have gone over already, but we found a Indian tribe correlation to them. So we're gonna bust that out tomorrow as well. Me and Legacy. All right. Next is Jack Simmons, John Wooten. So this Wooten family here, I do have this ancestry. Samuel Wooten, Guy Rogers, Jacob Hill, Philip Myers Jr., William Harper, Jerry Myers, Thomas Myers. All right, next we're going to Bainesville and Warren Township. This is in Ohio. We got Mary Brown, Martha Turner, Sarah Mason. All right, next we got Richland Township, Ohio. We got Oliver Cromwell, Alexander Harris, Reason Williams, Isaiah Butney, Moses Street. All right, y'all. Next, we are going to hit, let's see. Oh, I want to say what's up to a few people that just came in. Sheba Lolo, Indigenous, peace, sis, good to see you. John Blackhawk, peace, good to see you as well. All right, y'all, let's keep it moving. So St. Clairsville in Richland Township, Ohio. We got John Wyatt, Jacob Butler, Nancy Stanton, Thomas Peterson. All right, next we're going to Pease Township, Ohio. We got Thomas Patterson, Samuel Linder, Samuel Cooper, Philip Barnett, Susan Mitchell, my bad, Basil Ray. All right, next we're going to Goshen Township, Ohio. We got Enos Brady, Joseph Harper, Stephen McGee, David Peterson, Charles Singer, John Wood, Isaac Edwards, Minor Edwards, John McKee, David Bruce. All right, relatives, let's keep it moving. Let me scroll back up. Let me move this out the way. All right. So next we're going to Pulteney Township, Ohio. We got Judge Astony and Abraham LeGrand. All right, next we're going to Meade Township, Ohio. We got Waters Taylor, York Township, Ohio. John Landers, Eli Lucas, John Lucas. So I do have this Lucas genealogy or ancestry. All right, y'all. Let's keep it moving. All right, next we are going to hit Coleraine Township, Ohio. We got, let's see, James Dolan, Isaac Blanchard, James Street, Stephen Newby, Edward Jones, Hannah Street, Daniel Smith, Richard Jones, Jeremiah Williams. All right. Next, we are going to hit Flushing Township, Ohio. We got, let's see, Thornton Alfred, Anthony Henry, William Alfred, Sanford Alfred, Moses Williams, and Robert Giles. All right, y'all. So let's see here. Next, we are going to wow, Kudamail, appreciate you, bro. Oh wow. So Willing Township. We got Andrew Guy. And let's see, Uniontown, Ohio. We got we got let's see, Luke Fawcett. And let's see, Somerset. We got Henry Watkins, Daniel Corsi, Robert Swerd, Joshua Jackson, Peter Jackson, William Betts, Peter Shipp, Newman Tate, Samuel Jones, Thomas Peterson, Jacob Cooper, Curtis Airley. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's scroll on down, finish out that county. We got Stephen Newsom, Charles Newsom, Isaac Carey, Alexander Hardgrove, Clarissa Honeycutt, Solomon Corsi. All right. If y'all could in the chat, give me a 1 if I still sound okay, or if it's echoing again. I just want to make sure. Everything sound good, relatives? We still good to go on the sound? Wait for y'all to give me a 1 if we still sound good, or a 2 if it's echoing again. Okay. Okay. Appreciate it, relatives. Appreciate it. Okay. So next we're going to do Union Township, Ohio. We got Andrew Burke, Richard Mosby, Isaac Jacob, Edward Mudd, Nathaniel Jackson. All right. Next, we're going to Smith Township. We got Jesse Payne. Next, we're going to Brown County, Ohio. We got Bird Township, Keziah Jameson, Sarah Smith, Rode Holly, Marilyn Potter. All right. Next, we're going to Huntington Township, Ohio. We got Chesty Young, Union Township, Ohio. Scott Campbell, Mary Johnson, Margaret Green, Adam Reeves. Pleasant Township, Ohio. Stanley Dickinson, Caleb Delaney, John Delaney, Charles Black, Judah Delaney, Chloe Buller. All right. Next, we're going to Lewis Township. We got James Norris. Next is, let's see here, Scott Township, Ohio. William Smith, Benjamin Guess, Richard Mays, Peter Weiss, John Hunley, Brester Geese, William Anderson, Cable Sneed, Stephen Anderson, Rosetta Hudson, Armstead Sims, Thomas Mays, Abraham Blair, George Ford, Barney Jarn, Nelson Anderson, William Baker, Dolly Baker, Benjamin Baker. All right, next we're going to Franklin Township, Ohio. We got Bristol Garrison, Pompey Ellis, John Walker, Cato Anderson, Thomas Kane, Abraham Guess, Robert Clough, Peter Clough, Stephen Guess, Cooper Clough, Anthony Guess, James Guess, William Cumberland, Aaron Guess. All right, relatives, we got, so next we're going to Eagle Township, Ohio. All right, 1830 census, free Negro heads of families. Samuel Moss, David Davis, Jacob Jones, Benjamin Hudson, John Hudson, Nicholas Warden, Jeremiah Cumberland, Chloe Hudson, John Davis, Solomon Hudson, Samuel Hudson, Henry Hudson, Glasgow Ellis, James Highwater. All right, let's scroll up. Okay, continuing on with that township, we got Nathaniel Fountain, Alan Johnson, Joseph Lost, Jacob Johnson, James Ellis, Abraham Anderson, Henry Mitchell, Gabriel Johnson, William Johnson, William Cumberland, Henry Hudson, Treaky Woodson, David Anderson, George Cumberland, Samuel Armstead, James Guess, Paul Cumberland, James Guess, Samuel Williamson, Patsy Ellis, George Cumberland, Jacob Cumberland, and Moses Cumberland. All right. Next, we are going to hit Butler County, Ohio. This is going to be Hamilton Fairfield Township. All right. We got Stafford Morgan, Benjamin Tolliver, Daniel Bums, Thomas Anderson, Charles Beeler, George Sampson, William Mason, Francis Anderson, Stephen Sims, Ezekiel Johnson. All right, next we're going to the township of Fairfield, Ohio. Dolly Jones, John Jones, Peter Dickerson, Tarleton Allen, Jacob Freeman. Again, relatives, like I was saying before, you are definitely going to hear the names of the family histories that we're doing, because a lot of the people came north and, you know, hit the Ohio River Valley areas, and that's why I'm covering these states. All right. Next, we're going to Madison Township, Ohio. Thomas Rose, John Rose. Liberty Township, Ohio. We got Thomas Akers. Oxford Township, Ohio. Thomas Rollins. Peter Sampson, Isaac Fletcher, Moses Taylor, John Rollins. All right, next we are going to hit Milford Township, Ohio. We got Elijah East, Ross Township, Ohio, Samuel Jones, Riley Township, Ohio, Simon Redgraves. All right, relatives. Let's see here. Eugene Page, what I'm actually reading is I'm reading Free Negro, Heads of Families, 1830 census, and I'm doing the state of Ohio right now. So that's what we're doing. All right, next we got Champaign County, Ohio, and this is going to be Concord Township. We got Lewis Adams, Elijah Brown, Lewis Brasfield, William Brandom, Noah Griffin, Jesse Mitchell, William Smith, Leander Warwick. All right, relatives. Kiowa, peace, brother. Appreciate you being here. Sister Beffy, salute. Peace, honor to you. Glad you're here, sis. All right, next we're going to Goshen Township, Ohio. We got John Mallory. Salem Township, Ohio. We got Humphrey Clinton, Jeffrey Thompson. All right. Next, we are going to hit Urbana, Ohio. We got Henry Archie, Fanny Carter, John Gammon, James Hunt, Joseph Hughes, George McCoy, David Reed, Francis Reno, William Windsor, David Bates, Stephen King, Samuel Richter. All right, let's scroll back up and see if we got anybody else in this in Urbana, Ohio. Nope. All right, so next we're going to move to Union Township, Ohio. We got Benjamin Hardesty, David Lancaster, Daniel Warren. Next, we're going to Wynn Township, Ohio. Lidrow Horde, Henry Keys. Next, we're going to hit Clark County, Ohio, Mad River Township. William Stroud, Absalom Lyons. All right. Next, we're going to Green Township, Ohio. We got Lavina, Madison Township, Town of Lisbon, Rosa Moore, Harmony Township. We got Carlisle Hannah. All right. Next, we're going to Springfield and Springfield Township, Ohio. All right. Let's get it. We got Robert Cummin, Isaac Joel, Nimrod Morgan, Simon Pierce, Nathan Gaskill, George Johnston, Robert Bradley, William Baker, John Goff, Silas Baker, Stephen Eder. All right, let's keep it moving. Bethel Township, Ohio. Peter Coward, Ralph Bosel. All right, next we're going to hit Carlisle and Bethel Township, Ohio. Edward Cook, John Anderson, Bet Robinson. All right, next we're going to Moorfield Township. We got Francis Dixon. All right, keep it moving. New Richmond, Ohio. We got Aaron Bradley, David Young, Josiah Bell. All right, next we're going to Neville and Washington Township, Ohio. We got William Ellison, George Frost. All right, next we're going to Washington Township, Ohio. We got Winston Wigglesworth, David Hughes, Alfred Powell, George Robinson. All right, next we're going to Shiloh in Franklin Township. Only person there doing this census was Louis Banyan. All right, next we're going to Clark County, Ohio, Union Township. David Patterson, Henry Wells, Edith Kennedy, Robert Green. All right, let's keep it moving. Wilmington in Union Township, Ohio. Jack Thompson, John Vick, William Brown, Richard Taylor, Willis Crane. All right, again, for anybody just coming into the live, we're doing a free Negro Heads of Families 1830 census. I'm doing the Ohio River Valley states, and we are in the state of Ohio. All right, next we got Liberty Township, Ohio. Caesar Russell, David Ladd, Cinchion Taylor, Thomas Perry. All right, next we're going to Richland Township, Ohio. We got Nancy Smith, Vernon Township, Ohio. We got James Ward, Samuel Ward, Clark Township, Ohio. We got Richard Lynch, David Ward, George Ward. All right, let's keep it moving. See what we got next. All right, relatives, next we are going to be doing Columbiana County, St. Clair Township, Ohio. All right, first we got Jacob Wilson, and then we got Edward DeVore. Goshen Township, same county. We got Jacob Broom, John Holliday, Benjamin Stewart, John White, James Holliday, Thomas Kropp, Eli Archer, Charlotte Joyner, Adam Tucker, Gerara Huss, London Williams, Alfred Keller, Daniel Turner, Jazz Hampton, Eli Day, Hal Hunt. Next, we're going to Elkrin Township, Ohio. Thomas West, James Hayes. Unity Township, Ohio, Jacob Rice. Smith Township, Ohio. We got Jacob Pierce, William Bonton, Peter Ivams, Joseph Allen, John Taylor, William Huss, Alan Davis, Henry Rowan, Bill Archer, Alan Hamlin, Dempsey Cosby, Miles Malseller. All right, relatives. Next, we are going to Salem, Ohio. We got Nancy Muniz. We got Led Fairfax, James Timmons, Maria Britt. All right, next we're going to New Liston in Center Township, Ohio. We got William Jenkins. Hanover Township, Ohio, we got William Knight, Judah Freeman. Butler Township, Ohio, we got Henry Smith, William Arnold, Widow Cowplain, Widow Whitefield, Amos Timmons, John Holliday, Jacob Johnston, Samuel Jackson, Abner Hall. All right, next we're going to Knox Township. We got John Fisher, Arthur Brown. All right, next we're going to hit West Township, Ohio. We got John Oliver. Augusta Township, Ohio. We got Edinburgh Seiss. All right, Washington Township, Ohio. We got David Willer and William Willer. All right, let's keep it moving. Coshocton County, Washington Township. We got Daniel Johnson. Franklin Township, Ohio. We got Joseph Miller. Coshocton, Ohio. We got Pryor Foster and Trusella Foster. Bethlehem Township, Ohio. We got David Waring. Next, we're going to do Crawford County, Ohio, and Pitt Township. We got William Ballin, Daniel Bland. All right, let's scroll back up. Okay, next we got Bucyrus Township, exclusive of towns. Only person there looks like for that census was James Johnston. All right. Next, we're going to hit Cuyahoga County, and looks like Brooklyn, Ohio. We got William Blake, William Thompson, William Cisco. All right, next we're going to do Rockport, Ohio. James Peak, Benjamin Cisco, David Cisco, Joseph Peak, Nathaniel Peak. Next, we're going to do Olmsted, Ohio. We got a Jonathan Cisco there. Dark County, Ohio, Greenville Township. K.G. Horton, Emmanuel Smith. German Township, Ohio. We got Isaac Bass, Alfred Smith, James Clemens, Charles Clemens, Reuben Bass, James Brooks, Gabriel Green, James Bass, John Bass, Clifford Smith. All right. Moving on to Wayne Township, Ohio, we got George Davenport. Next, we're going to Berlin Township, Ohio. James Holbert, Polly Noco, Sarah Brandy. All right. This is Liberty Township, Ohio. We got Peter Cromwell, George Lee. All right. Next, we're going to hit, let's see, Fairfield County, Ohio, in Byrne Township. We got Samuel Jenkins, Gabriel Green. Next, we're going to Greenfield Township, Ohio. Fanny Hillmore, Mary Duddleson, Joseph Roberts, Daniel Holmes. All right. Next, we're going to Liberty Township, accepting towns. We got John Champlin. Next, we're going to Baltimore and Liberty Township, Ohio. We got Lucy Bitter. Walton Township, Ohio. We got Joseph Jones, Samuel Leaston, William Davis. All right. Next, we're going to Hawking Township, Ohio. We got Daniel Lewis, Bay Green, John Honesty. All right. Next, we're going to hit Lancaster and Hawking Township, Ohio. We got William Peters, Scipio Smith, Samuel Johnson, William Bryan, Samuel Wilkins, Jesse Grant, Joseph Bennett, James Black, William Maxwell, Judah Lewis, Edmund Matthews, Mary Perry, Francis Anderson, Alan Miller, Reuben Banks, Adam Piper, Charles Jones. All right, let's scroll back up. All right, and let's see. Okay, finishing off that area, Jonathan Corey, Austin Jones. All right, next we're going to hit, let's see, Pleasant Township, Ohio. We got Hannah Dillman, William Johnston, Henry Bartlett. Okay. Next is Rushville and Richland Township, Ohio. We got Seeley Shackelford. All right. Fayette County, Jefferson Township, Ohio. Benjamin Bowman, Jeremiah Scott, David Thompson. Union Township, Ohio. We got Adam Abrams, Edward Bell, Henry Groves. All right. Next is Washington and Union Township. We got George Henry. Next, we're going to Franklin County, Sharon Township, Ohio. We got Benjamin Lee, William Gardner, Daniel Spellman. Franklin Township, Ohio. Levy Taylor, William Williams, Lewis Brown. Mifflin Township, Ohio. We got Sarah McAfee. Blendon Township, Ohio. We got Christopher Severs. All right, next is Montgomery Township, Ohio. We got Seeley Francis, Jacob Brown, George Price, Moses Johnson, Alan Brown, John Bell, Hanson Johnson, Edward Smith, George Stanton, Wyatt Johnson, Mary Dandridge, William Mevitt, William Booker, Harvey Floyd, Lewis Woodson, Jane Brown, Anthony Barrett, Jesse Rivers, Amos Dandridge, Samuel Stanton, Charles Scott, Richard Butcher Sr., George Butcher, Frederick Rivers, Woodward Miller, James Bland, Caleb Lewis, Joseph Harris, Barry Lewis, Richard Butcher Jr., Bill Tiffin, Lydia Jones. All right. Next, we're going to do Madison Township, Ohio, and only person there is Harrison Johnson. All right. Next, we're going to Galilea County, Green Township. We got Isaac Lewis, Basil Jones, Gabriel Hargo, Henry Wilson, John Brock, Maria Pleasant, Phyllis Campbell, Thomas Jones, Moses Berry, Susan Banks, Jacob Lee, Joseph Monday, Caesar Augustus, William Veers. All right. All right, continuing on with that same area, we got Benjamin Veers and Braxton Carter. Harrison Township, Ohio. We got Richard Newman, Randall Newman, Elisha Hargo, Sally Matthews, John Rickman. All right, next we are going to hit Ohio Township. We got Joshua Moxley, Thomas Rickman Jr., Forrester King, John Moxley, James Bowen, Guy Morris. All right, town of Gallipolis, Ohio. We got Richard Lucas, Louis Rader, Henry Fry, Nancy Bell, Daniel Patterson, Adam Douglas, Matilda Ward, John Casey, Samuel Shields, Paulus Ward, Isaac Browner, David Thompson, Jane Black, Jacob Randall, John Gee, Anthony Tobias, Nancy Childers, Solomon Lawson, London Henderson, John Chavis, Caesar Allen, Cable Runnels, Robert Fleming, Elizabeth Ward, let's see, Kit Tolbert, C. Ward, Shadrach Lewis. Let's see, we got Gallipolis Township, Ohio. We got Sally Carter, Maria Stewart, Nathan Humphrey, William Collins, Jerry Black, John Gibbons, Thomas Berry, Richard Permet, Louis Stowers, Jerry Hill, Madison Mason, Benjamin Hipkins, Thomas Toner, Stephen Stewart, Joseph Long, Linda Wilson, Daniel Hopkins, John Freeman, Thomas Young. All right, let's keep it moving. And peace to everybody out there in the chat. Appreciate all y'all being here with me today. Going over these names. We're doing the state of Ohio. Free Negro heads of families, 1830 census. All right, so we also got, let's see, Perry Township. We got John Underwood. Let's see, Greenfield Township. We got Littleberry Stewart, James Stewart, Richard Dungy, William Stewart, Elizabeth Dungy, Pleasant Matthews, Richard Stewart, Lucy Stewart. Okay. Next, we're going to hit Raccoon Township, Ohio. We got John Rickman, George Brown, Thorington Gowen, Peter Rickman, Leonard Lucas. All right. Next, we're going to Addison Township, Charles Napper, Benjamin Jones. Morgan Township, Ohio. We got Abraham Anderson, Springfield Township, Ohio. We got Roland West, Daniel Liverpool, Moses Dickerson, Samuel Robinson. All right, let's scroll back up. Okay, so that's it for that county down there. So now we're going to Geauga County, Township of Burton. We got Thomas Grandison. Painesville Township, we got Harriet Scott. Next, we're going to Greene County, Xenia Township. Abraham Rue, Macklin Jeffers, Sarah Jones, Sarah Jeffries, Stephen Thomas, James Brown, Pleasant Wirrow, Jefferson Asbury, John Kane, John Roberts, Benjamin Jones, Thomas Grins, Peter Morse, George Beston. Okay. Next, we're going to Xenia and Xenia Township, Ohio. Wilson Thomas. Next, we're going to Ross Township. We got Thomas Dyson. Cedar Creek Township, Ohio. We got William Stewart, Claiborne Pompey, Edward Hightower, Robert Morgan, Abraham Roberts, Charles Swift. All right. Next, we're going to hit Sugar Creek Township, Ohio. We got Samuel Green. All right. Next, we're going to hit Guernsey County, Ohio. And I have a lot of relatives or ancestors that come from this county. A lot of my ancestors were some of the first people in this county. So next, we got Oxford Township. Richard Ford, James Lucas, Thomas James, Need Simpson, ancestor, John Dickens, John Grippy. All right. Next, we got Madison Township. We got Galen Nero, Thomas Watkins. All right. Next is Washington Township. James Ransom, ancestor. Willis Township, Ohio. Lewis Ransom, also an ancestor. Spencer Township, Ohio. We got Gason Goen, John Cummings, Weston Goen, Turner Simpson, Benjamin Simpson, Lucretia Sweeney, Samuel Lett, ancestor, John Griffith, Niece Grimes. All right, next is Westland Township. We got, let's see here, Herbert Moss. In Cambridge and Cambridge Township, we got Moman Morgan. All right. Next, we are going to hit Cincinnati. So anyone in the chat from that area, Hopefully we cover some of your ancestors on this. All right, Hamilton County, the city of Cincinnati, First Ward. All right, we got Edward Brown, Isaac Jones, George Jones, Sally Jackson, Moses Williams, Ben Pemberton, Isabella Perkins, Myers Bantam, Liddy Shaw, Moses Johns, Burke Beckwith, Michael Pearson, Robert Brown, Reuben Hawkins, Jesse Taylor, Reuben Chapman, John Johnson. All right, let's continue on. Let's go back up. And I believe we're still doing the first ward of Cincinnati. Reuben Madison, Samuel Tibbs, Thomas Crispus, Joseph Kyle, John Morgan, Ripon Cox, Thomas Arnold, Isam Paynes, Peter Harrison, Ben Thompson, Oscar Paynes, Cyrus Overton, Moses Wallace, Samuel Cart, George Willis, Joe Dundee, Samuel Smith, Ben Day, Daniel Anderson, John Jones, John Scott, Tobias County, George Henry, Adam Hopes. Next, we got Philip Talapiro, Candace Johnson, James King, James Jones, Isaac Jones, Morris Bradley, Israel Corsberry, sorry, Mac Wilson, Henry Wilson, Isam Thurman, Rachel Bryant, Samuel Edwards, Isaac Turner, Elijah Hazlitt, Richard Fry, Margaret Brown, David Carlson, Ben Reed, Thomas Boyd, Castillo Jones, Jared Hansford, Julius Hawkins, Alexander Darnes, James Bartlett, Jacob Smith, Ann Kendall, William Darnes, Jay Anderson, Thomas Crawford. All right. So, City of Cincinnati, the second ward, we got Joseph Hatfield, William Clark. All right. Cincinnati, third ward, we got John Hatfield, John Hutchinson, Empson Watkins, Richard Clark, Henry Hutchinson, Isaac Delaney, William O'Hara, Samuel Sizer, William Sizer. All right, next we're going to hit the fourth ward, Cincinnati. We got Cheshire Fort, Joseph Wood, John Fitzhugh, James Chrisman, Lear Savage, Solomon Black, Henry Brown, Scipio Taylor, someone named Orange, Samuel Wright, Patrick Harrison, Henry Blue, John Mahoney, John Nicken, David Wright, John Spinning, Sally Anderson, Jesse Taylor, James Turner, Isaac Dill, Harvey Mason, Louis McElfree, Samuel Madden, Thomas Kyle. All right, let's keep it moving. See where we're at now. Okay, so we're continuing on with Cincinnati. We got, let's see here, Jacob Rogers, Ignatius McDowell, Wiley Andrews, John Wilson, John Dorton, Christopher Irvin, George Craig, Beverly Liggins, Robert Anderson, John Banks, Joseph Moore, James Hamilton. Looks like we got someone named Caesar, Peterson Butler, Henry Harrison, John Bushkirk, James Williams, Abner Clark, Harriet Williams, William Richards, Hannah Turpin, H. Jackson, Nice Thompson, William McMurtry, Benjamin Shackelford, Henry Paston, Caleb Reed, Joseph Kilgore, are Heisenorden, Isaac Griffin, Elizabeth West, Dennis Richards, John Liverpool, Anthony Thompson, Thomas Dunlap, Nicholas Lucas, James Veach, Daniels Runnels, James Williamson, Elizabeth Kelly, Thomas Durham, Stephen Irvin, Rachel Gard, Sally Smith, James Liverpool, Sarah Carey, Kitty Durham, Isabella Richards, Judah Frost. All right, so next we're going to hit the 5th ward of Cincinnati. We got Joseph Borschman, Alexander Gales, Robert Smith, Joseph Davis, Elijah Forte. All right, next we're going to Anderson Township, Ohio. We got Thomas Denson. Columbia Township, Ohio. We got Thomas Bussey. Symes Township. We got Cato Ellis. Mill Creek Township, Ohio. We got Edmund Mead, Benjamin Jackson, Elijah Holton, Stephen Casey, Samuel Cann, Henry Watkins, Charles Thompson. All right, next we're going to Whitewater Township, Ohio. James West, Nicholas Gilman, Joseph Molston, Benjamin Williams. All right, next we're going to hit Crosby Township, Ohio. John Patterson. Miami Township, Ohio. We got Frank Molston, Benjamin Riddle, Harrison Alfred, Benjamin Essex, Abram Patterson, Isaac Burns, Andrew McKinney, Moses McKinney, Micah McKinney, John Williams, Joseph Williams. All right, let's scroll back up. And to finish out that township, we got Polly Maltson, Chester Richards. Next, we are going to Green Township, Ohio. We got Elijah Hilton, Benjamin Vinegar. All right, next we're going to Delhi, Ohio. We got John Jett, John Willoughby. All right. Next, we are going to hit Hancock County, O Town Township, Ohio. We got Jeremiah Presser. All right. Harrison County, Archer Township, we got Letty Davis. Stock Township, Ohio, we got Phoebe Christian, Simon Peterson. All right. Next, we got, let's see here. Green Township, Ohio, we got Anthony Jones. New Athens and Athens Township, we got Samuel Titus. Cadiz and Cadiz Township, we got Edward Harr. Next, we're going to Highland County Township, the town of Hillsborough. This is all in Ohio. Benjamin West, James Willer, Lucinda Day, Jesse Elliott, John McFarland, Joseph Rickman, Robert Roberts, Nelson Johnson. All right, relatives. Next, we're going to Liberty Township, Ohio. James Haraway, Thomas Campbell, William Rickman, John Rickman, Thomas Trimble, Jeremiah Wood, Simon Ratcliffe, Henry Taylor, Daniel Rickman. Salem Township, Ohio, we got Shady Collins. Concord Township, Ohio, we got William Moore. Fairfield, Ohio, we got Alan Fowles, Abby Scott, Elizabeth Fowles, Mary Fowles, Leander Roberts, Jeffrey Day, James Farlow, Jeremiah Oldham, John Williams, William Walker, Abraham Williams, Washington Williams, James West, Anna Jones, Daniel Ratcliffe, Lewis Nance, Abraham Jackson, Robert Roberts. All right, next we're going to the town of Leesbury, Ohio. We got James Green. So we're going to hit Paint Township. We got Peter Newby Jr., Joshua Taylor, Elsie Taylor, David Adams, George Hall, William Wright, Richard Winfield. All right, next we're going to Madison Township, Ohio. We got Richard Nukes. Hocking County, Ohio, Green Township number 2. We got John Warwick. Scroll back up. Okay, he was the only one there. So next we got Holmes County, Township of Prairie. We got Peter Warden. Next we got Huron County, Township of Huron. We got Josh Smith. Next we got the town of Sandusky, Ohio. We got Grant Rickey, William Flowers. Township of Richfield, we got Jay Wilson. All right, next we're going to hit Jackson County, Bloomfield Township, Ohio. We got Stephen Thompson. Milton Township, we got Rachel Cassell, Noah Noakes, Charles Poindexter, Edie Shepard, Thomas Woodson, William Yancey. All right, next we're going to Richland Township. We got Jane Burchett. Jackson Township, Ohio. We got Honor Brown, Carter Harris, Jeremiah Harris, Robert Mandel. Next, we're going to Franklin Township. We got Jacob Lee. Lick Township, Ohio. We got William Cassell, Samuel Graham, Moses McKeel, Claiborne Yancey. All right. Next, we are going to Jefferson County, the town of Steubenville, Ohio. We got St. Timothy Liggins, Lloyd Ramsey, Jeremiah Alexander, Basil Davis, Daniel Miller, Abraham Moore, Lucy Myers, William Walker, Jacob Moore, Polly Moore, Luke Mulberry, Jesse Rollins, Seth Warfield, Samson Warfield, Sarah Smith. All right, next we're going to hit Steubenville Township, Ohio. We got Samuel Robinson. Wayne Township, Ohio. We got Tobias Baltimore, Joanna Cooper, Rich Smith, Nathaniel Benford, Robert Smith, Thomas Epps, Jordan Bailey, Paige Carter, Evan Carter, Abram Benford, Enos Benford, Thomas Lane, James Johnston, John Williams. All right, next we're going to the town of Smithfield, Ohio. We got William Cardwell, Phelan Christian, Henderson Nichols. All right, next we're going to Smithfield Township. We got Samuel Robinson, Isaac Benford, Edward Smith, Chaz Hopkins, Edward George, Bailey Madison, Nathaniel Freeman, Daniel Minford, James Bruce, Mary Cooper. All right. Before we continue on, just want to see what everybody's talking about in the chat real quick. All right, appreciate everyone in the chat being here today with me. Again, when we're doing the free Negro Heads of Families, 1830 census, we're in the state of Ohio. All right, so moving on, we got the town of Mount Pleasant. We got Henry Hardy, Sheila Johnston, Jane Bundy, Elijah Sayer, Maria Albee, Penelope Merchant, Pleasant Underwood. All right, next we're going to Mount Pleasant Township, Ohio. We got Tobias Hance, Obadiah Henderson, Richard Nathan, Isaac Anderson, Adam Lawrence. All right, next we're going to hit New Trenton, Ohio. We got Henry Bundy, John Cousins, Jerry Sayer. All right, next we got Warren Township, Ohio. We got Jane Sayer, Rachel Moore, Aaron Clark, Henry Lewis. All right, next we're going to hit Wells Township, Ohio. We got Jacob Liggins, Robert Cohen, James Lynch, Anthony Taylor, Philip Bruce, Glasgow Liggins. Next is Cross Creek Township, Ohio. We got Benjamin Stewart, Charles Talbot, Tillman Dorsey, Daniel Dorsey, William Westbrook. All right, next we're going to hit Knox County, Jackson, Ohio, we got George Brown. Clay, Ohio, we got John Bird. Union, Ohio, we got Abram Sellers. All right, next we're moving on to Lawrence County, Ohio, Upper Township. We got George Jones. Fayette Township, we got Ben Johnston, Daniel Mars, Charles Johnston, Pleasant Roberts, John Bryant, Joseph Calloway, Essex Harris, Henry Ward, Malloy Roberts, William Randall. All right, relatives, moving on to that same county, Washington Township. We got John Rosebane and James Chancellor. Union Township, same county, John Greenhill, Washington Murphy, Polly Ferguson, Henry Murphy. All right. Roan Township, we got Sylph Teray. All right, next we're going to Licking County, town of Newark, Ohio. We got Nancy Wilson, Jesse Anderson, Samuel Scott, Jane McDaniel, Nickelberry Anderson, Diana Seaton, Tobias Burris. All right, Union Township, same county. We got David Lott and Joe Page. All right, next we're going to Logan County, Jefferson, Ohio. We got Thomas Hill, James Taylor. Scroll back up. Okay, we got Elijah Bird, Henry Newsom, Turner Bird, Peter Banks, John Newsom, Kitchen Artists, Sterling Haithcock, Moss Stewart. All right, next we're going to Zane Township. We got Miles Beard. Perry Township, we got Anthony Banks. All right, next we're going to Madison County, Union Township. We got Abram Nickens, Anna Spears, John Jenkins. Range Township, we got Siles Goff. Cannon Township, we got Richard Stanhope. Let's see, Medina Township, we got Philip Phillips, Vernal Phillips, Og Phillips. All right, next we're going to Miami County, town of Piqua. We got Arthur Davis. Washington Township, we got Archibald Fox, Moses Smith, Jemima Lyons, Elizabeth Lyons. All right, next we're going to Staunton Township. We got Micaiah Clark, William Clark, Andrew Evans. All right, next we're going to hit Monroe Township, Ohio. We got Isaac Roberts. Monroe County, Jackson Township, we got Solomon Hooper, Randall Wilson, John Davis. All right, next we're going to Montgomery County, and this would be the area where Dayton is located. So the Corporation of Dayton, First Ward. We got Thomas Johnson, Old Pompey, John Brody. All right, Second Ward. I'm going to see, we got Thomas Jefferson, Robert Berkshire, John Fry, Seth Hill, John Crowder. Fourth Ward, we got Thomas Tim. Fifth Ward, we got James David, Richard Thompson. All right, next we're going to Dayton Township, Ohio. We got Thomas Bill and Randall Hill. All right, next we're going to Morgan County, Brookfield Township. We got Ignatius Grimes, James Guy, Lloyd Guy, Charles Lett, ancestor of mine, Charles Lett. Bristol Township, we got Nathaniel Swaney. Bloom Township, Elijah Lett, Samuel Lett, also ancestors. We're going to Center Township. We got James Riley and Robert Lowry. All right, scroll back up. Okay, next we're going to Muskingum County, which is the county I was actually born in. We got Bush Creek. This is going to be, see, we got William Marlowe, Hopewell Township, we got James Lott. Falls Township, we got Stephen Boylan, Leonard Ford, John Vaughn, Zachariah Longford, Daniel Holbert. All right, town of West Zanesville, we got Mess Johnston. Putnam and Springfield Township, we got Thomas Watson, John Thomas, James Darnell, Edward Harris, Daniel Anderson. All right. Next, we got Newton Township, we got Solomon Walker, Davis Jackson, Francis Pierce, Thomas Steele. All right, next we're going to Jefferson Township. We got David Waugh, Enoch Robinson, Lewis Fowles. Next, we got Dresden, Ohio. We got Ezekiel Richardson. Licking Township, we got Edward Jones. Meigs Township, we got Benjamin Lett, which is an ancestor. Michael Stevens, Charles Brown, Aquila Lett, also an ancestor. Let's see, we got the town of Zanesville. We got Francis Murray, Samuel Gassaway, Margaret Henderson, Wells Henderson, William Fielding, Lyda Burnham, Ezekiel Harris, Henry Atchison, Sarah Jones, Arthur Reed, John Brown, Thomas Roots, Thomas Lawrence, Samuel Jones, Ephraim Grease, Lil Johnson, John Brown, Sandy Casey, Mange Scott, Enos Jones. All right, next we're going to Wayne Township, Ohio. We got Jared Jenkins, Samuel Reynolds. Perry Township, Ohio. We got James Connors. Perry County, Ohio, Reading Township. We got Perry Cooper, John Butler. All right, next we got Pickaway County, Salt Creek Township. We got Rosanna DeLay. Jefferson and Pickaway Township, we got Joseph Lyons. Circleville, Ohio, we got Levin Smith, Draper Brown, Randolph Scott, Adam Freeman, Abner Bishop, Jane Cardiff, William Deeker, Venus Horsey, Nancy Freeman. All right, let's keep it moving. See what we got next. All right, next we're going into Walnut Township, Ohio. We got Charles Boyer, and we got Bednego Highwarden. All right, next we're going to Madison Township. We got Louisa Redmond. Jackson Township, we got Esther Jones, Lemus Nickens, Andrew Roberts, Emus Jones, Abram Jones. Scioto Township, we got Jacob Combs. Deer Creek Township, we have Charles Atkinson, James Tarpon. Perry Township, Ohio, we have Francis Gregory. Monroe Township, Ohio, we have Adam McFeeters. Darby Township, Ohio, we got Jonathan Smith. Pike County, Ohio, we have Peter Barnes. Seal Township, we have Abraham Love, John Jackson, Levy Townsend, Joseph Boyston, Isaac Boyson, and Thomas Harris. All right, next, Piketon, Ohio, we have Stephen Rogers, Nicholas Lewis, John Rogers, Dennis Hill. All right, next we're going to hit Jackson Township, Ohio. We got Thomas Buys, Elton Buys, James Lucas, William Cunningham, Elisha Cunningham, Isaac Cunningham, Elisha Lucas, Sarah Paul, John Paul, William Volson, Joseph Volson, Mackenzie Lett, Zachariah Lucas, Sally Frazier, John Smith, Grief Foster, Charles Robertson, Isaac Robertson, Joseph Scott. All right, relatives, next we're going to hit Canton Township, Ohio. We got William Penn, Daniel Lambden, Daniel Meads. Lawrence Township, Ohio, we got John Tibb. Town of Kendall, Ohio, we got Peter Brown. Perry Township, we got Jeremiah Clemens, Benjamin Johnson. Mifflin Township, Ohio, we got Henry Dudley. Portage County, Coventry Township, Ohio, we got Cato Meade. Portage Township, Ohio, we got Prince Hopkins. Charlestown, Ohio, we got Jerry Landon. Franklin, Ohio, we got William Stewart. Nelson, Ohio, we got Grisham Wood. Palmyra, Ohio, we got Christopher Hicks. All right, let's scroll back up. Let's see. Next, we got Rootstown, Ohio. We got Reuben Archer. Suffield, we have Isaac Stevens. Talmadge, we got Charles Hamilton, Richard Powell. Hudson, Ohio, we got David Nance. All right, next we're going to hit Preble County, Dixon Township, Ohio. John Smith, Benjamin Roglin. Jackson Township, Ohio, we got Samuel Hanley, Moses Culpepper, John Randalls. Jefferson Township, Ohio, we got Silas Anders, Isaac Knox. Summers Township, Ohio, we got John Landers. Monroe Township, Ohio, we got Jet Dial Davison. Richland County, Manfield and Madison Township, we got Edward Hawkins, James Brown. We got Plymouth Township, Ohio, we got Obadiah Looney, William Gordon, Sarah Hall. All right, next we are going to hit Ross County, Chillicothe, Ohio. We got Harry Anderson, William Daly, Charles William, Henry Hill, Vincent Curtis, John Ackers, Henry Hill, Jordan Vincent, Robert Evans, John Roberts, Josh Robinson, Walter Smote, Isaac Turner, Isaac Roberts, George Adams, excuse me, Thomas Williams, Reuben Henry, Delilah Smith, Sidney Ashford, David Nickens, Peter James, Richard Chancellor, Robert Lane, Samuel Watson, Paul Poole, William Corbin, Henry Burrell, Harry Halls, Henry Evans, Jacob Butcher, John Christian, Isaac Brown, Jonathan Roberts, Richard Redmond, Diana Clary, Thomas Woods, Peter Cohen, Edward Jackson, Daniel Miskill, Jane Golden, James Richards, Morris Ophe, Jacob Zimmerman, Lot Nickens, James Hill, Sarah Ivy, Nancy Ivy, William Glossengill, Peter Tyler, Phyllis Jackson. All right, let's scroll back up, see if this continues. And it does. Okay. Rosen Nickens, Robert Pleasant, John Daly, Isaac Harris, Reuben Smith, Joseph Mason, Polly Gannay, George Curtis, John Roberts, James West, Henry Brown, Richard Lott. See, we got Nelson Piles, Roger Williams, Rebecca Shaver, Chris White, Fleming Cox, George Amos, Hezekiah Griffin, John Robinson, Mary Miles. All right. Next, we're going to hit Scioto Township, Ohio. We got William Hubbard, Elisha Coleman, James White, James Early, Henry Moss, Lewis Leach, John Woods, George Redmond, Moses Redmond. All right, next we're going to Huntington Township, Ohio. We got James Rideout, Stephen Cohen, Henry Miskill. Franklin Township, Ohio. We got Elton Bias, Bartlett Chavis, Josh Williams, Solomon Smith, Henry Moody, John Peterson, James Lett, ancestor, William Hubbard, Edward Gillum, Daniel Moss, Rachel Hicks, Thomas Brewster, Simon Moody, James Barnett, Stephen Hughes, Hester Hughes, William Nichols, Robert Frame, George Sowers, Moses Ransom, ancestor, Henry Jackson, John Aldridge, Henry Whitney, Jacob Moore, William Anthony, John Anthony, Isaac Anthony, and Valentine Sheridan. All right. Next, we're going to hit Deerfield, Ohio. We got Samuel Hill. Old Town, Ohio. We got Edward Coleman. Concord, Ohio. We got Samuel Black. Twin, Ohio. We got Jeremiah Clark. Bainbridge, Ohio. We got Joseph Stevens, Peter Carter. Scioto Township, East Scioto River. We got James Brown and James Nickens. Springfield Township, we got Creasy Ivy, Ezekiel Ross, Samuel Hamilton, Richard Beard. All right, next we got Buskin, Ohio. We got William Lyons. Let's scroll down and see. Okay, that's it for that one. Next, we're going to hit Sandusky County, Sandusky Township, Lower Sandusky. We got Robert Handy, Richard Quincy. York, Ohio, we got Frederick Swears. Scioto County, Wayne Township, Town of Portsmouth. We got William Gaines, John Johnston, Peter Weaver. All right, next we got Jefferson Township. We got George Johnston, Robert Johnston, Peter Vanal, William Cloud. All right, Town of Lucasville. We got Benjamin Wilson. Porter Township, we got John Allen. Bloom Township, we got Shedrick Wood. Green Township, Franklin Furnace, Ohio, we got Samuel Teller. Washington Township, Ohio, we got Sovereign Turner, Maria Boyston. All right, next we're going to Seneca County, Seneca Township. We got Gracia Ellison, James Witzel, Samuel Grimes, Robert Prater, Daniel Witzel. Next, we got Clinton Township. We got Joseph Gainey, Peter Harden. Scipio Township, we got Henrietta Schooner, and looks like Gordon Orchie. All right, next we're going to Shelby County, Green Township, Ohio. We got Martin Bruin, Daniel Schaefer, Henry Schaefer. Perry Township, Ohio, we got Nancy Clark, Lewis Levitt, Charles Mason Jr. All right, next we got William Schaefer. Let's see, Stark County, Ohio, and Washington Township. We got Margaret Wake. Lexington Township, Ohio, we got Oliver Johnston, Pharaoh Capelin, Robert Bracey, Jonas Cosby, David Day. All right, let's scroll back up. So continuing on with that same area, we got Sharper Whitfield, Lavina Huss, Martha Bryan, Merritt Bowser, Annie Barnes, Willis Powell, Solomon Huss, Solomon Day, Samson Copeland. All right, next we're going to Honestburg Township, Ohio. We got David Lowry. Marlboro Township, Ohio. We got Macklin Butcher, Zachariah Washington, Nicholas Gillum, Moody Gillum, Nathan Bowser, James Kennedy. All right, next we're going to Plain Township. We got Jacob Gaskin. Trumbull County, we got Howland Township. We got Anthony Carter. Canfield, Ohio, we got Frank Hall and Elephant Hall. Next, we're going to Tuscaroras County, Goshen Township. We got David Gamley. Wayne Township, Ohio, we got William Basie, Crumbo Basie, Peter Kramer, York Basie. Next, we're going to Warwick Township. We got Edward Clark and Edward Clark Jr. Dover, Ohio, we got Jacob Beard. Next, we're going to hit Warren County in Franklin Town. We got someone named Franklin. Franklin Township number 2, we got someone named Jacob. Deerfield Township number 3, we got Littleton Emmanuel and John Lewis. Okay, next we got Union Township number 4, we got Lee Edwards. Tuttle Creek Township, Lebanontown, Ohio, we got Alexander Smith, Daniel Moore, Louis Danbury, Fagery Williams, John Hanover, Jacob Frary, Henry Season, Hallett Robinson. All right, next we got Wayne Township. We got Edward Smith, Reuben Wright, James Turvid, Charles Ferguson. All right, let's scroll back up. Finish this off. All right, also continuing in that township, we got Eli Cook, George Moss, Barbary Brantley, Alexander Burke. Samuel Township, Ohio, we got Isaac Nickel. Hamilton Township number 8, we got Enoch Stoglin, Francis Moss, Samuel Bond, Lemuel Bond, John Scott, Daniel Bond. All right, Washington County, Washington Township, Ohio. Abraham Shover, Ambrose Ashbury, Thomas Milligan. Next, we got Belpre Township. We got John Grigg. Roxbury Township, we got Basil Norman Jr., Basil Norman, Joseph Norman, all ancestors of mine. We got William Bolton, and we got Hugh Canada. All right, next we got Watertown Township. We got Miho Phillips, Stephen Stevens, Grandison Norman, also ancestor of mine. Union Township, we got Israel Cook. We got Adams Township, we got Humphrey Fletcher, John Fletcher. Aurelius Township, we got Richard Fisher. Marietta Township, we got Harry Bartlett. Marietta Corporation, First Ward, we got Phoebe Levens, Jerry James, Dolly Muncie, Jesse Emons. Third Ward, we got John Morris, Phoebe Emons, Aquila Norman, also ancestor. Next, we got Wayne County. We got Jeromeville and Michigan Township, Jane Delaney. Next, we got Worcester Township. We got George Sutson, Samuel Abrams. Worcester and Worcester Township, we got Nancy Davis, Charles Stewart, Jerry Henderson. And let's see, next we got Wayne Township, Ohio. We got Catherine Hemming, Sarah Gavey. Congress Township, Ohio, we got Jacob Susher. All right, relatives. So that was all of Ohio. Free Negro Heads of Families, 1830 census. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get a drink real quick and my bad, and we will continue on. All right, relatives, I am back. Again, appreciate everybody out there in the chat that's hanging in there with me. Let me see here. So hopefully people in the chat heard maybe some ancestors of theirs mentioned as I was going through that list of people. But again, again, I got a request for that. So that's why I did. That's why I'm doing these states. So any questions on the state of Ohio that anyone has in the chat? If not, we'll go ahead and keep it moving. Can y'all still hear me okay? All right, sounds like you can. Okay, cool. All right, y'all. So let me see here. So next, I think we will do, I wanted to do a family history real quick. I don't know if we've gone over the Robinson family, but I do know quite a people that have this surname. I wanted to hit that while we were in here. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Well, as y'all know, these family histories are never real quick, but y'all know what I mean. All right, so let's get it. David Corey, peace. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. I've Dot, peace. Good to see you as well. Let's see if there's anybody else I missed up in here. Nathaniel Turner, peace. Appreciate you being in here as well. Matubi, good to see you. Peace. Opal Moon, Osea, good to see you as well. D Fair, peace. Appreciate you being here as well. Mr. Akeem Allen, what's good, brother? Good to see you. So I hope also to P. Parker, good to see you, that genealogy is starting to come a little bit easier for everybody with, you know, all the different people that's putting out videos and how-tos. Big Bro, Red Eagle, peace. How you doing? Hey, Big Bro, Red Eagle. I saw your comment if about how does something correlate. Just you can leave me a message in the comments later and just kind of let me know what you was talking about. But for all of my people that have ancestors in Maryland, I promise I will get there. Just trying to finish up some of these things and some of these histories people keep asking me about. So I promise I will always, you know, I will definitely get there. So we're working our way to it. But again, you know, like I was saying, I hope genealogy is getting a little bit easier for everybody. You know, I know it can be a little annoying and painstaking. So, but we're gonna keep on, you know, we're gonna keep on pushing through with it. All right, y'all. So let's do the Robinson family history real quick. I may have done this in the past. I don't remember. So, you know, it's been so long ago. So we'll go ahead with the Robinson family. Like I said, me and Legacy will probably be on tomorrow, hitting up a few things, some things that we found. So, or that he found that we'd like to go over. Okay, so Robinson family. Let's start it out. We got Mary Robinson, born say 1730, was living in Fairfax County on June 22nd, 1749, when the court ordered the church wardens of Truro Parish to bind her mulatto child to Hugh West to serve until the age of 31, and bound her to her master for an additional year. Okay. And on May 22nd, 1754, the church wardens bound her 4-year-old mulatto son, William Robinson, to West. Her children were released from their indentures in Loudon County, about 25 years later by Hugh's son, George West. And then again, in parentheses, it'll always show you where you can find the information on what I'm reading. It says her children were, we got Jane, born about 1747, William, born about 1750, a mulatto boy valued at 9 pounds in the January 29, 1755 Fairfax County estate of Hugh West. He was listed among the taxable slaves in George West's Loudoun County list for 1772. a mulatto in 1773, a taxable in 1775, and from 1777 to 1780. He was 31 years old when he was discharged from his service to George West on August 4th, 1781. So again, as we read in these family histories, we can kind of dodge the hijacks when it comes to them calling them slaves, because we all at this point know better. We know, what was going on back then, and it definitely wasn't slavery like we were told. So we'll keep it moving. James listed among the taxable slaves in George West Loudoun County list from 1772. Okay. Jane Robinson, born about 1747, was a mulatto girl valued at 10 pounds in the January 29, 1755 Fairfax County estate of Hugh West. She was a mulatto taxable in George West Loudoun County list from 1773, taxable in 1775 and 1777. She was 31 years old by April 17, 1778, when she completed her apprenticeship to George West in Loudoun County. Her children listed with her in the record of her emancipation work. So, two important things that were just said here. So they just said that she completed her apprenticeship, and then it said emancipated. So we know there's a difference here. So just again, dodge the hijacks. All right. Understand, overstand, please. All right. Let's see. So her children were John, born October 1769 at Cameron. Margaret, born about the middle of January 1771. James, born February 14th, died 1774. Mary, born August 1st, 1774, discharged from her apprenticeship by Heafy Day on August 1st, 1792. Amos, born December 25th, 1777. William, born May 29th, 1780. Henry, born June 1st, 1782. Lewis, born in June, no year stated. Okay. So others in Virginia were, we got Betty, born, say, 1730, called a Christian white servant belonging to William Andrews when she was charged by the church wardens of Accomack Parish in Accomack County Court on June 2nd, 1748, with having a bastard child by Jimmy, a mulatto man slave belonging to James Pettinger. The court ordered that her fine be paid by selling her for another 5 years when her servitude was completed. George, a free Negro taxable at G Church in Nansemond County in 1815. Nancy, a free Negro taxable on 2 cattle in Nansemond County in 1815. Abby, head of a Norfolk County household of 4 other free and 1 slave in 1810. Charles, head of a Norfolk County household of 5 other free in 1810. And another interesting thing is they never really tell us who these slaves are when they count the number of people in the household. So again, we don't know the race of what these slaves were. All right, so let's keep that in mind. Susan, head of a Richmond City household of 5 other free in 1810. Peter, head of a Richmond City household of 2 other free, 1 slave in 1810, perhaps to Peter Robertson, free mulatto, who was living in Ward 2 of Richmond City in the household of Isaac Armistead, a ship carpenter in 1782. Barnett B., head of a Richmond City household of 1 other free and 2 slaves. All right, so next we're going to look at the North Carolina members of the Robinson family. All right, so we got George Robinson, born, say, 1710, taxable with his wife, Tiba, in Granville County, North Carolina in 1750 with their sons George, born, say, 1733, and Frank Robinson, born, say, 1735. Mary, born, say, 1735. Mary Robinson, born, say, 1735, was a free mulatto woman who petitioned the Onslow County North Carolina court on January 5th, 1756, to order Richard Whitehurst Sr. to release her unnamed child to her. The court ordered the sheriff to find the child and deliver it to her. Her children may have been. So again, you guys, you're seeing this information that I'm reading, and again, if people were slaves, they get to go to court, they get to demand the sheriff to do things. So, and they do it. Court cases are in their favor. Different things like that. So, just keep that in mind. Let's see here. We got David, born say 1753. Zachariah, born say 1760. Manuel, head of a Richland District, South Carolina household of 6 other free in 1810. Thomas Robinson, born say 1760, received voucher number 3095 on March 21st, 1783 in the district of Wilmington for a 5-pound specie for his service in the militia, North Carolina Revolutionary Pay Voucher, 1779 to 1782, Thomas Robinson. So you guys can also see the different spellings of the names. He was head of a mulatto New Hanover County household of 2 Poles, aged 21 to 60 years, 3 under 21 or over 60, and 5 females in 1786 in John Irwin's list for North Carolina state census. Called Thomas Robertson in 1800, head of a New Hanover County household of 7 other free. All right, stop right there and look in the chat real quick. Let's see. Nicole World Peace, appreciate you being here. G Major, appreciate you being here, sir. And let's see here. Anybody else that I missed? All right, we'll keep it moving. Appreciate everybody hanging in there with me. Let's see. We got Joseph Robertson, born say 1760, received voucher number 1371 on August 22nd, 1783 for 42-pound specie in Wilmington District for military service. And I'm assuming everyone, I shouldn't assume, but I feel like at this point we all know what specie is. So that's cattle, farm animals, different kinds of things like that you received as well for time in the service for fighting in a Revolutionary War. You also got land. He was head of a New Hanover County household of 5 other free in 1800 and 1 free colored man over 45 in 1820. Next, we got Edward Robinson, head of a mulatto New Hanover County household of 1 Pole aged 21 to 60 years, 1 under 21 or over 60, and 1 female in 1786 and John Irwin's list for the North Carolina state census. All right, next we have David Robinson, born say 1753, was head of a Jones County household of 3 other free in 1790. He may have been the father of. We got Benjamin, head of a Lenoir County household of 4 other free, 1 white woman and 1 white boy in 1800. Charles Robinson, born say 1794 to 76, head of a Lenoir County household of 3 free colored in 1820. We got John Robertson, head of a Lenoir County household of 1 other free and a slave in 1810. Lewis Robertson, head of a Lenoir County household of 2 other free in 1810 and 2 whites in 1820. All right. Next, we have Zachariah Robinson, born say 1760, was called Zachariah Robertson when he purchased 100 acres in Anson County on Island Creek for $20 on January 26, 1802, but called Robinson when he was head of an Anson County household of 10 other free in 1810 and 15 free colored in 1820. He purchased another 91 acres adjoining his land on January 20th, 1824, and 50 acres on September 29th, 1829, but sold a total of 426 acres for debt in 1823 and 1824, and sold 100 acres on the road leading from Haley's Ferry to Wadesboro for $1,225 on November 9th, 1829. And it says he may have been the father of. Okay. So we got Sarah, born, say, 1783, married John Demery in Anson County in 1801, according to his recollection. Next, we have Zachariah, born, say, 1785. Next, we got Moses, head of a Cumberland County household of 8 free colored in 1820. Thomas, born 1776 to 94, head of a Anson County household of 6 free colored in 1820. Martin, head of an Anson County household of 4 free colored in 1820. Next, we have Zachariah Robertson, born, say, 1785, was head of an Anson County household of 15 free colored in 1830. He was a free man of color who purchased land in Gibson County, Tennessee, just before the legislature required free people of color to leave the state. He and several whites petitioned the legislature in 1832 and 1833 to allow his daughters Nancy and Sally and sons William and Elbert, who had remained in North Carolina with their families, to join him in Tennessee. He was the father of. We got Nancy, William, Sally, and Elbert. All right, relatives. So that was the Robinson family history. Again, as you guys can see, several different spellings. Looks like they were in North Carolina, Virginia. But we all know, how our families and ancestors moved around quite a bit. So let me go back to the chat real quick. Let's see here. All right. Anybody in the chat have any questions or anything that what we've gone over so far? So not going to keep the live stream going too much longer. We've been going almost a couple hours here. So again, me and Legacy are going to come back on tomorrow and hit up a few things. I did want to, if everyone didn't catch it in the beginning, I am working on making a, let me stop the screen share real quick. I am working on doing a survival prepper type channel. Again, we want to have some things in place for stuff that we can do now. I think that's pretty important. Let's see. Just looking at the chat real quick here to see if there's anything out there that we need to go over. Oh yeah, also, there are some people who are posting and showing things that they're planting on their channels. So if you do need ideas on what you can plant in any kind of ideas, I know David Corey's definitely doing that right now. A new breed, myself. And I know we got others out there, but again, if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to each other, do that. I know we can't click on the pictures anymore when you're in the chat. So YouTube's definitely made it a little bit more difficult. I'm also trying to work on trying to get a Twitch account going too, so we can maybe do a podcast over there. A little bit more freedom. And like I said, I had to get away from StreamYard because their streaming service just isn't cutting it anymore. Zoom flows a lot freely. Not too many hassles and problems with it. So I think I'm gonna start going that direction and stay with Zoom. But I appreciate all you guys coming out here and hanging out with me and listening to me ramble on and read and all that good stuff. I know some of that reading is painful, but that it's what we got to do to get to hear whatever truth is hidden in it. Again, anybody who needs to get a hold of me, my email is realindiansnoplayplay@gmail.com. If you need to get a hold of Legacy, I think he's doing the Love Legacy 500 Gmail now. Legacy, if you're still in the chat, if you could throw your email out there for everyone to see, so you guys can get a hold of him, please, for genealogy questions. Like I said, I don't do genealogy professionally, but if you do have some questions on it, I can kind of point you in the right direction or even send you over to Legacy. Kyle was pretty good with it. He's in the chat as well as Wanagi. So any simple questions that you guys have, we can definitely answer. If you need something in depth, you might have to hit up Legacy on that. But I definitely appreciate everybody. Again, hit up some of these other channels so you can find out how to start preparing yourself. And when we get the prep survival channel going, I'm gonna be reaching out to a whole bunch of different people to show the different things that they're doing for preparation and survival and all that other stuff. And self-sufficiency and planting is part of that. So, if you're kind of leery on the foods that you can purchase at the grocery store and things like that, then you need to start working on planting your own things. Again, we're still in this thing with the coronavirus going on. Who knows when that's going to end? They're talking about food shortages and different things like that. So not to scare anyone or panic anybody, but just to make you aware of what's going on and that you really don't have any more time to be waiting. So I'm realistic when I try to talk to you guys about things. So I try not to sugarcoat things too much. I want you to be prepared. I don't want you to get caught, with nothing. So again, hey, what's good, Root Words? Appreciate you being in here, brother. Hey, Root Words, when you get a chance, email me. I don't know if you've had a chance to have anyone go over the family history or anything for yourself, but if you're ever in need of any kind of genealogy help or anything like that, my brother, just let me know. Again, I'm in Ohio as well. I know you're probably close. I thought that was pretty cool that you were out on the Scioto River. You're a lot braver than me, my brother. So I know, I know how crazy that can get out there. But yeah, Root Words, if you ever need any assistance, my brother, let me know. As far as genealogy, anything like that, family history you like me to read over. Again, you can email me, Root. I think Legacy put my email in the chat. You can you can email either one of us, brother. We don't mind helping out on any kind of questions people have about genealogy and things like that. So again, family, we'll be back hopefully tomorrow to go over some more information that me and Legacy have found. But again, appreciate all y'all for coming out. Like I said, I only like to go a couple hours on the live stream. So I will catch all of y'all, I guess, tomorrow. All right. Take care, everyone. I love you all. Peace.